I'm so happy to be here. Where's Mike? Michael? No. Hi. My coworker came. My coworker's here. Our sister went to retro. She's pretty dope. So I don't usually give, what do you call them, disclaimers or preface to whatever it is I do because you know I don't know. But I had a revelation today and I just wanted to share it with you. And I'm so blinded by this light in my face, so I hope you can actually like feel me, like close your eyes like Sam's grandma would tell us, and understand the essence of what hope does. I missed my exit trying to rush home to get ready for tonight. Note that. And I was approaching the light. I see a woman to my left with a sign, and I read it from the bottom to the top. And the words were so present in my spirit because they reflected on what I've said on my hashtags and tweets and Instagram posts on Facebook or whatever it is, even my text messages to some of you. Help me help them. And it's crazy because reading her sign telling me that she had lost her job and she had lost her hope and she had no lights. And she stood there at this red light hoping somebody would read it, feel her, understand that she had no hope, hoping that somebody might restore it. And I reached into my car on the right side and I found this box where I'd actually bought 10 bags of popcorn from Starbucks. Don't judge me until you tried it. And I asked her if she was okay with that and she said her kids would love it. And she walks away, I say, hey, one more thing, FedEx is hiring. And this revelation went over her face to where her smile graced my gift of the presents, and it was so beautiful to me that immediately the light turned green. It is in moments like that in my life where I'm able to actually witness, to bear witness of the ability to bear witness, to be a witness to somebody who has lost their way to find that path. It is not until you realize that the footsteps you don't follow are because you have led for someone else. This light that shines so bright in your face, summoning you to be present, to be evidence, to find evidence in your relevance of your own existence to the point where you can't do anything but listen until the music resonates within your soul and your heartbeat finds seat in mind where we no longer have to give the preface to dig deep, to breathe deep, to exhale slow until the music no longer allows us to let go of anything but the focus, to be able to focus will reach you, to understand what love can teach you until you can utter it and mean it. Until you can utter it and mean it. Don't just tell them to grab your hand and when they reach for you, you don't mean it. Understand that the words we have bestowed upon you this evening are not just words. They are so much more than that, and your soul is still finding its way. If you haven't caught hold of that, keep following the lights. Understand that those cracks that she mentioned are just enough of a crevice for when your eyes are too tight. You might not bear witness, but if you would just allow your lenses to peek through. Even if the tears are a little too thick and sometimes the light might seem like it's bleeding across the sky, it's so much more in a moment. So much more in the momentous moments you experience in the small subtleties of your day. Those moments in between putting the toothpaste on the toothbrush and putting the cloth against your face, that instant where you have that freedom of knowing that you have a privilege. Not thinking that your skin tone is a privilege, but your pigment is eloquently placed. Or if they're unable, they can still have good posture. And if they can't, if they're hunched over, still make them lift their chin as much as they can within their capabilities. Make them realize that there are really no limits to their possibilities. It's endless. It's endless, but sometimes we have to come to an end. And it's not so much of a period, more so the ellipse until we meet again. And in that time, that small space for my heart gets to beat in the same tone with yours, or before fluid can so fluidly echo his tears through his skin to show the remnants of the ramifications of what happens when a child is taught not to give up. Though those poems were never to be able to be contrived early enough, this was the perfect moment to bestow gratitude to a man so mountainous that we couldn't allow ourselves to be blinded by the obstacles that stood before us. That is what happens when hope is created. And how better to do so with the moon? How beautiful is it that we have the ability just to let that shine so deep and not worry about it coming to the surface or going beneath, because the sun will always rise and set and rise and set, and just think that as bad as today might have been, tomorrow will not be so bad. And in the same concept of that might make you not think that you have to be too sad or have to hold on to things like the death of our lost friends that are no longer lost because they found the light. And sometimes you just have to rearrange your mind frame to grasp hold of a concept of a perspective. They say perception is reality, but how realistic is your perspective if you're jaded by the views that only you can see from this point? May your hearts be blessed. May your soul digest. May you have the capability of being able to ingest the injustice to the point to where that taste is like a white elephant in your room before you sleep tonight. Pray for the peace of those who don't know that their peace breeze is nothing more than them shining a light on themselves. Let them know that in their lifetime they have the ability just to be saved one more time. Forgiveness dwells in that essence. And your presence being lost in that moment is something that you have to hold on to until you realize that you are accountable for the responsibilities that's going upon you. Like Vascola said, the bill of sale is already on her head. No one ever worthy of anything to claim, but so much more of a fame to you. Your name, regardless of the synonym you use, love, will be the religion you practice.